Hello, everyone. Wishing you a very happy Monday. Who watched the Grammys last night? Me neither. That Kim Petras performance, however. So tonight I wanted to talk a little bit about the Food Network, specifically what the H went on Saturday evening. Now, I know by now this is all old news. I'm sure most of you know they're already quote-unquote back together. Girl World really is like an avocado. I mean, Chantal slices the thing open, and if you don't get to it in a timely manner, the content is already outdated and no one wants to touch it after a few hours. But anyway, over the weekend, Foodie Booty pulled a stunt that had a whole lot of us girls rolling our eyes. Saturday evening, she fires up the old webcam and goes live under the title, "It's Over," implying that her marriage that never was now officially done with. Tell me this, can you get a divorce if you were never married to begin with? Now, before you answer that, you gotta remember, rules work differently out here in girl world. Up is down, left is right, and $3,000 a month on takeout for one person is normal. So Chantal gets on live, woe is me, we get in a big argument, he says he doesn't love me anymore, my Uber Eats driver forgot my side of ranch. It was just a tragedy through and through. I mean, the woman was really down in the dumps for about 45 minutes. Now, I just want to take a look at some of the clips our pals over on Twitter were able to archive before she cast this video into the abyss.
It's over. It's done. So, that's it. No, my marriage is over. I don't. Oh my god, I'm not laughing. I'm just laughing because I can't believe I just said that. Like, I don't know if I should laugh or cry anymore. Like.
Okay, so this, unfortunately for Chantal, happened very early on in her little stream. I think at first she actually had a few people going. Everyone was kind of thinking, oh my God, it's actually over. It's really over. No more Salah, no more Kuwait, no more papers, no more fake marriage, no more whatever that's been on this program since October. So the reason why I think that she tried to pull this stunt yesterday was because Chantal's views have been really down. I mean, it's to the point where French Fry Girl is eviscerating her in terms of in terms of views and interactions and everything. Like, French Fry Girl, if you don't know, is Foodie Booty's arch nemesis. And whenever Chantal goes live, I would say she gets anywhere from maybe 800 to 1,000 viewers. When she pulled this stunt yesterday and she made this title to this video, like, "It's Over," crying emoji or whatever she named it, she got about 1,600 viewers, which, you know, is decent, pretty good for Chantal. So the arch nemesis is getting more than double than what Chantal has been getting these past few months. So I think that she really needed to get the audience excited again. There needed to be a big hubbub. There needed to be something to talk about. So I think what she did with this guy that she is orchestrating this whole circus with, I mean, there's a lot, sorry, not to go on a tangent or anything, but there's a lot of thought as to what this all is. You know, I mean, for like, it's very clear that it's not a traditional relationship. It's very clear that their two aren't, you know, in love, and it's not, you know, the traditional relationship that, you know, two people have with each other. Like, it's not, it was never boyfriend, girlfriend. It's not husband and wife now. I mean, personally, I think that this is all for YouTube. Personally, I just think that this is just scripted. I think that Chantal needed someone to leave last season behind, because for the longest time last season, she was more off than on with her last boyfriend, if you can even call him that. And I think that she wanted a new cast member and a switch up so desperately that she got in contact with this guy. They matched on Tinder. And she basically may have said, hey, listen, I'm looking for someone to play a charade with. I'm looking for someone to be on my show, so to speak. I'm here to make money. So I think that in a way, these two are business partners. That would be a good way of putting it. I think that it's mutually beneficial in a way. Foodie Booty needs side characters for her program to thrive. I mean, we see how well Amber Lynn's program does with side characters and how it's kind of faltered over the last year and a half with the exodus of Becky. So I think that Chantal knows that she needs a love interest on this show. She needs someone around to pay her compliments and just to keep the spark alive, so to speak. I do think that she is, in a way, perhaps treading on the line of this is all a charade versus, okay, I actually have feelings for him. Because Chantal last season went above and beyond for this guy named Manatter. And he treated her terribly, awfully. I mean, I would love to know the dollar amount that Foodie Booty, all in all, gave him in terms of gas, transportation costs, medication, gifts. She bought him an iPad, just everything that she got from him. I would love to see the dollar amount of what Chantal gave for the last guy. And right now, it's kind of in a bad place, so to speak, her finances, because she had a bankruptcy hearing earlier this week and didn't go too hot. She's been talking about getting rid of this apartment that she's in right now with her roommate. The roommate's really upset about it. Maybe we'll play some clips of that in a little bit. But she's looking to sell her car. She no longer wants to be responsible for her cats, one of which is 20 years old. And she's really just trying to make ends meet so that she can go all in with this guy. I think that she really wants to build a life out there. I don't know what the long-term goal is for Chantal, but for the immediate future, I think that she wants to live in the Middle East, continue to be a YouTuber over there, and continue to orchestrate whatever it is she has set up with this guy. So...
people fight in relationships, right? Like it's normal. But whenever you say something you can't come back from, it's over. No, he's not a bad man. I'm bad for going online and doing this. It's not a fight. There's like something. I don't know if you're like this, but I'm like this. When you're angry and you say things that you don't necessarily mean, there's some things you can understand somebody saying. But when you're mad at someone and you tell them that you don't love them anymore, you can't go back from that. You just can't.
Okay. This to me is very high school gym bleachers. It was one thing that, he didn't take me to homecoming, but when you straight up tell me that you don't love me, I mean, we just can't be in each other's MySpace top 8s anymore. We just can't. So, I mean, Chantal is pushing 40, the love interest, business partner, whatever you want to call him. He's 30, I think, 29. There's like a 10-year age gap, I think. I just have a hard time comprehending that this in any way could be genuine for someone at her place in life. This really is very juvenile. I mean, these two are supposedly married. This is not oh, he texted Samantha in fourth period lunch, and they're Snapchat friends now. Like this is a 40-year-old woman in a marriage with someone. So I don't know. I mean, getting in a fight and then immediately running to your social media platform. So I just have to be under the impression that this is all for YouTube. This is all for show. I mean, quite literally, otherwise it would be very concerning. I mean, it already is concerning just for the fact of the nature of it. But if this had a shred of genuine content in it, very concerning.
Like, you can't. So, I think I was already in like a very fragile state of mind, and then hearing those, just seeing those words is like so painful.
Okay. So she said seeing those words. So was this a text message breakup? So in addition to these two having an argument and her going on live and broadcasting it all over the internet, this wasn't even a face-to-face conversation over video chat. This was not a phone call. This was a text message breakup. If you haven't seen it, there's such a funny video. The person that made the shoes video. It was oh gosh, when did shoes come out? Maybe like 06, 07. Shoes. Oh my god, shoes. That person also did another music video, parody, funny video, whatever you want to call it, called "You Can't Text Message Breakup." Go watch that if you haven't seen that.
I don't know how else to go other than to say it, to talk to you guys. I don't want you to think he's a bad person, because he's not. I said some horrible things to him out of anger. And that really hurt him. And now he doesn't love me anymore. I don't know what to do about it. Like, I don't know how to deal with the emotions. I usually just go left.
It just seems so fake. So fake. And I mean, it's the cat's out of the bag now. Like, we know it was fake. It was all planned. It was all scripted or whatever. But I mean, this was not a good performance. I mean, I have seen Chantal get on here and give us raw emotion, give us just, rage, anger, frustration, irritation. Just like, you can tell that it was coming from the pit of her soul. Her getting on here and the soft spoken, oh, I said terrible things, but he's not an awful person. I just made a mistake. And the forced crying. I don't know. I've already seen this person in a state of when they've given genuine emotion. So when I'm comparing it to what she did last night versus what went on last season, when she would get on here and scream about Dee Dee and that or whatever, it's just so obvious. I mean, this is such a fabricated performance. Oh, I'm so glad that I, paused right there. And okay. Yeah, that was lovely.
Sorry. No, you don't say that. You don't say that you don't. You don't say that you don't love you. never say that. I could never, ever, ever say it. And I don't care about life anymore right now. I mean, like, I don't want to die. I just don't care about anything. You okay? Yeah.
The monetized YouTuber slipped out from under that comment real quick. It was like, oh, no, you need to preface this before someone reports you or someone calls a hotline or whatever. Just let's listen to that one more time. I mean, she said basically, I don't feel like being here right now. But then she was like, oh, I don't want people to, get the wrong idea. So she was like, oh, this is a monetized YouTube video. Let me backtrack a little bit.
Never say that. I could never, ever, ever say it. And I don't care about life anymore right now. I mean, like, I don't want to die. I just don't care about anything. You okay? Yeah, I'm okay. I just need some time. Thank you. I hate love. My heart is dead. I think I'm like too crazy for anybody. Like, how can I be with anybody? I'm crazy.
Okay, personally, I could not make myself cry like this. I don't think that there is anything that I could deliberately do to make myself get this worked up and put on a performance like this. I'm not exactly sure what she did in order to conjure up these sort of emotions to be able to put on a show like this for the live stream, but she did. Just curious. I mean, how many of you in the comments, do we have any actors or actresses in the comments? I'm just curious. Do you think that you could do this? Do you think that you could put on a show? I mean, if this was your job, take away YouTube, take away the fact that this is, the girl world or whatever. Do you think for a movie or a TV show or whatever you're doing, do you think that you could do this if you were asked to, or if this was your assignment? I would have a very difficult time trying to perfect this or make it possible.
I hurt his feeling. Like, I said some mean things about him. I was like, and in response to that, he said he doesn't love me anymore after what I said. So, I don't know what else to say. I don't feel good.
So these clips don't capture everything that went on, but basically she called him a pig. She called him a coward. The past few days, she has been talking about her insecurity and her thoughts behind the love interest or whatever, being interested in other women. And I think that this is something that was a continuing pattern and storyline of last season, in which, she was always upset about Natter potentially sleeping around or, having eyes for other women or whatever. So this is something that Chantal's character brings season to season. I think that this is kind of ingrained in her character's personality. It's the jealous type, it's the insecure type, it's the it has to be me or no one. I want you all for myself. We see a lot of that in Chantal's character.
I just get jealous. I get insecure about things, like dumb things. So I get really emotional. Sometimes I insult him and lash out at him.
Which, if I'm not mistaken, that's a huge no-no in that culture. That is a very big no-no. You don't do that. You do not do that. So, closing thoughts on all of this that went down Saturday evening. I think that the dynamic between the two is interesting. I don't think that I have it fully figured out just yet. I think I have some of the puzzle pieces put together, but in terms of the framework, still needs a little bit of practice, a little bit of more looking at. So I think that throughout the month of February, we will continue to see more stunts like this, more things to try to get the audience back interested in Foodie Booty's channel and try to get those views and monthly paychecks that she was used to getting last year. I think that she has lost a lot of confidence in Goral World since yesterday, since doing this and everything, because when you do this once or twice, okay. But I mean, if you start to do this all the time, people will, you'll start to be, the 40-year-old woman that cried wolf. So we'll just have to find out. Thanks for watching.